We need to talk. There's a post by SketchUp on Twitter that they posted the other day that really kind of bothered me a little bit, and I thought that we should talk about it. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. All right, so before we have this conversation, quick update on my quest to pass SketchUp in subscribers. I have 59 days left to pass SketchUp. So we're really starting off just trying to build momentum. So there is an update in that Aaron has actually responded to my call out video, which in typical Aaron fashion, he was super nice about it while also calling me out for not having any graphics on my t-shirt. And while that is very accurate, we'll work on that. So Aaron, heads up, there may be t-shirt graphics in my future. But we're really starting to build momentum right now, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do that so that you can see all the cool stuff and all the stops that we're going to pull out trying to pass SketchUp in the next 60 days. Okay, so back to this video. So this is actually a pretty interesting video. It's something that they got from Twitter from a user that's doing kind of a no plugin challenge. And that's not necessarily a new thing, right? A lot of people like to do no plugin challenges to work on their modeling skills and other things like that. It's actually a pretty cool video. I think it could actually benefit from some SketchUp extensions in order to make the workflow a little bit better and make the final result better. But I get it. It's a no extension challenge. So whatever. Doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is the text that's inside of here that SketchUp also retweeted, which is the line that says, "Since using plugins reduces creativeness, I decided to propose a challenge about modeling without plugins." And so I think there might be a little bit of a language gap here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not here to trash the guy that's doing the no plugin challenge. So it bothers me a little bit because that seems to be an actual attitude that some people have, like the idea that somehow modeling using extensions is a lesser way of modeling in SketchUp, which has never made any sense to me at all. So like, for example, I am one of the biggest advocates of using extensions specifically because extensions, all they do is they add tools and functions to SketchUp and they automate some processes. So I don't understand why you wouldn't want to use them in order to make your modeling process better and easier. Now I have heard the argument, well, I want to make sure that I know how to do it this way so that in case the extension stops working or something like that, then I'll still know how to do it. And that just, again, unless you've got some kind of time crunch going on, learning how to do it the hard, long way now, just in case you might have to do it the hard, long way later, has never made any sense to me at all. Like maybe if it's something that you're absolutely relying on, but again, you're just going to be making yourself slower and you're going to be denying yourself the ability to make better, faster things. So what do I want to come out of this video? Well, first off, I just want to make sure that if you use SketchUp, you understand there's nothing wrong with using extensions. There are a few things you may want to consider, but as a general rule, if there's something that does it better or faster, it seems like you should be incorporating that into your workflow. And so the other thing that I want to bring up, and I'm hoping that we'll see some movement on this in the future, is talking just a bit about the free version of SketchUp, the online version. So the online version currently does not support extensions. So there's no way for you to add extensions in, which means that you can't add new functionalities to the program. This to me is a little bit of a problem because SketchUp was originally built as a tool that was supposed to have like a simplified, easy to use interface, easier to use than things like Blender, other things like that where it gets really complicated. The whole point is to make 3D modeling accessible, but with the caveat that you can also extend the program and add new functions using extensions. The problem with this is when you move into an online version where you can no longer do that, that means that you're kind of stuck and you're really limited in the kinds of things you can create. Sandbox tools, for example, is an extension. It's a tool that allows you to do proportional editing of 3D shapes in a space. We don't have that in the online version, which means any of the sculpting-ish type functions or anything like that are suddenly a thing that SketchUp can't do. So another example, beveling. So beveling is built into a lot of 3D modeling programs. It can be really important for creating transitions between different shapes, other things like that. With the desktop version, we can add that using something like Fredo Corner. In the online version, you can't. There's just no real option there. I am definitely not saying any of this to trash SketchUp or to trash the online version, but rather to make the point that if you don't have the ability to add extensions and new tools, it can become a limited experience. So not only would I say using extensions does not reduce creativeness, I would say it's a vital function for 3D modelers to be able to expand the kind of modeling that they do as well. So I'm all about simple with added tools, but going back to the simple tools when you also have the added tools available is not something that I necessarily encourage SketchUp users to do. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this discussion. It's always a fun one. If you have not subscribed, please do that and help me beat Aaron. I've got 59 days left and I've got a long way to go. So if you want to see some cool stuff over the next 60 days, make sure you hit that subscribe button. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.